So I have this neighbor who I've never spoken one word to at all. Every time I drive by in my car, or when I had only a bicycle, I would ride by, we would just wave towards each other. That's it. That was our whole communication. And today I decided to go get some coffee from the gas station and everything, and I drive by and I see his garage doors open, we wave at each other, and I go get my cup of coffee, and then I also get him a cup of coffee so I can finally meet this guy who I've just been waving to for the past year and a half. I pull into his driveway, and this older gentleman, this old man, got up, smile on his face, and I gave him a cup of coffee, and his daughter walks out, and she tells me that he actually has autism, and his favorite part of the day is when I go to work or I come home from work and we wave at each other. That is his favorite part of the day. That hit me right in the heart. That made me feel so good. So just by a simple act of waving, I made somebody's day. Be kind to one another.
Here is some food for thought. Our fingers have fingertips, but our toes do not have toe tips. But we can still tiptoe.
Let's go.
Story time. So there's this one road in my town that everyone knows not to speed on because half the time there's usually a cop down at the bottom of the hill. Well, I live right off of this street and drive it every single day. Well, back in August when I was moving, I wasn't paying attention to how fast I was going, didn't see the cop at the bottom of the hill, and ended up getting pulled over. You know, the usual happened. He came up to the window and was like, "Ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over?" And I was like, yes I do, because I'm a speed racer who doesn't know how to slow their ass down. He ends up letting me off with a warning, and I go on my merry little way. Well, just now I was driving home from school, not paying attention to how fast I was going, and not paying attention to see if there was a cop at the bottom of the hill. My fast ass was going 60. So same thing happens, takes my license and my registration. He comes back to the window and informs me he's the one that pulled me over back in August. He ends up giving me a warning and tells me not to go 60 and a 40 ever again. There's no moral to the story besides I need to be aware and slow my ass down.
Get this. So for a couple of years now, I have been working seasonally retail. Stay with me. So during the Christmas season, this guy comes in. And I was like, "Hello, sir. Welcome in. Is there anything I could help you with today?" And he goes, "Can I have your number?" And into that, I was like, and he was like, "Oh, you're married." And I was like, "No, sir. Actually, I'm engaged." I'm not engaged. I wear this ring out so that if somebody hits on me, I just can be nice and just be like, "Sorry. I know it's terrible. Sorry, whatever. Moving on." So he was like, "Oh, it's too bad you're engaged because I'd love to take you out." And I was like, "Yeah, anyway, how can I help you?" And this man goes, "I'm actually looking for a necklace for my girlfriend." His girlfriend. Then he asks where the $50 and under section is. I was working at a jewelry store, a nice jewelry store. I said, "Unfortunately, there's only a few items in that price range." Showed it to him. He said, "Thanks," winks at me, and walks out the door. Somebody come get your man.
Okay, so story time. Now I have two brothers, one older, one younger. And when I was growing up, my older brother was a bit of a terror. He had this thing of walking over to me and farting on me. He would then run away giggling like a young boy would. But then one day, round about 5 or 6, I eventually snapped. "I can't take this anymore, Jeremy! I will no longer stand for your poo mist in and around my nostrils!" So I devised a cunning plan. One day for dessert, my mother had given me a chocolate pudding. And that's when the plan came together. My brother was off building something with Lego, so I placed 2 fingers into the pudding and scooped some up. I then ran over to where he was playing, bent over, while flicking the chocolate pudding through my leg and making a large Trump noise. Hitting him in the side of the face and the back of his head. Oh, what's that? He sees the brown colouring, presumes it's poo, and then is violently sick all over his Lego. He probably still thinks it was poo.
So a thing just happened. Mom and I got some pizza from a pizza place that makes pizza, and it was busy in there, so she placed the order and left, and she placed the order under Christina. Christina is my mom's name. So she's like, "There's this shop that I want to check out. I'm leaving you in charge of picking up the pizza." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll pick up the pizza." So this individual behind the counter calls out for Christina, and I pick up the pizza, as one does. And they hand me the pizza, and they're like, "What's your preferred name?" And I'm like, "Jake." And they're like, "Oh, okay, I'm so sorry to do that to you. This individual thinks that I am the Christina, and I am a transgender individual whose mother dead named them at the pizza place." So they like, in that sort of voice, go like, have a good day, Jake. And I am mortified beyond belief by this encounter.
Story time. I did an agility test for law enforcement, right? There's like 50 people there waiting to do the course, and the instructor there was like, all your names are put in random order. We're gonna call you up so you can do the course individually. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm gonna wait for 50 fucking people before I go. The instructor looked at his board and was like, first person, Taylor Cernoli. And I was like... But anyways, I was running through the course, and by the time I got to the dummy drag, when I tried to lift the dummy up, my fingernail fucking bent. Oh, that shit hurt so goddamn bad. But anyways, I finished the test. I went to go pick up my bag near the group of people there, and one of the fuckers, he was pretty big, was like, so you had trouble picking up that dummy. And I was like, yeah, I hurt my finger, and I didn't even realize that I was flipping him off. And everyone around me was like, and I just played it off like, good luck, big chungus.
Remorse for what? You people have done everything in the world to me. Doesn't that give me equal right? I can do anything I want to you people at any time I want to, because that's what you've done to me. If you spit in my face and smack me in the mouth and throw me in solitary confinement for nothing, what do you think's gonna happen when I get out of here? Feel blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like wolves about referendums? Get friends,